Hi, I'm Chris Paradies, and I'm going to talk about government and what they can learn from Shark Tank. So, the thing is that the pace of change is changing ever faster all the time. And one of the things that you have to know about me, I'm an intellectual property attorney, and I work with innovative companies. So I've seen from 1960 going from the industrial age to now being in the age of innovation. And back in 1975, the S&P 500, if you took the value of all the companies and you figured out the percentage, it was only 17%, and that's totally flipped. Back in 1900, knowledge doubled every 100 years. Now, knowledge doubles every year, and in the future, knowledge is going to double every day. How is government going to keep up with that? Mark Sharp, bless your heart, he's the only commissioner that I think has ever come to Ignite and Bar Camp. Thank you. But Shark Tank embraces innovation. They make their living from innovation. They're always looking for the next big thing. They're always looking for how customers are going to get better products and services. So government needs to think more like the people on Shark Tank. What is the next big thing going to be? And I want to give a shout out to Team Miles, right out of Tampa's hackerspace. They won a huge NASA competition. They came up with a satellite with almost no resources that won the right to put that satellite into space. Now they need $600,000, all you investors out there, so that they can build the satellite, and then NASA, for $2.5 million, will put it into orbit, and off it'll go for 28 million miles at about 11 cents per mile, because that's what innovators do. Government, on the other hand, spends $3 million per mile per lane in Hillsborough County. And instead of building roads, what they do is they do 24 transportation studies in 20 years. And what does that tell them? What do they actually get done? They actually don't build anything after doing 24 transit studies. So, government does not embrace change. They need to embrace change if they're going to solve some of our problems. So I just wanted to, I'm a co-starters facilitator, and we use this canvas. It's a business canvas. Some of you have seen it all before. It helps you focus on who the customer is, how to start small, how to actually get benefits for your customer. So I'm going to look at a case study. So the case study is Sabrina Lloyd. She's a customer of Heart. She commutes 2 hours and 45 minutes each day for $95 a month. And she can't afford the $529 to take her car, which would save her a lot of time. If you look at Hillsborough County and you compare it to basically any place else, the dark blue shows the number of jobs that are available to somebody in a 45-minute commute from their home to work. Hillsborough County, you can see, is broken. We haven't changed in all of those 24 transit studies. We haven't done anything. In May 2014, they hired an expert to come in and do another study. This was an assessment of all the other studies they had, and they determined that we don't have enough density to really do any of these big projects that they're coming up with, light rail and stuff. Instead, they recommended we improve what we already have by using technology. You can put technology on buses and you can speed them through the lights and you save time, and you get the bus to the destination on time, so you make your next connection, you make it to work faster. Sabrina could save 45 minutes on her commute. Sabrina would like that. Heart's own studies show that that's exactly what their customers want, and that'll increase ridership. And if you increase ridership, then maybe in the future you can actually do something else. The biggest advantages to that are that you can start improving the system right away. By 2019, you can have an improved bus system, which is getting people to where they want to go. That's what the riders want. They don't want to wait 10 years from the time that you did the last study before the next thing that you're going to do is going to get them to work. And the budget for that is ridiculously low. It's maybe $10 million a year, and you can get that right out of the administrator's budget increase every year. Right, the county has an citizen advisory board, and they've shown where you can get those kinds of cuts easy. So why don't they do it? A lot of it is fear, right? They're fearful that they're going to fail, so they come up with a big project where nobody can figure out if they failed or not, and they declare it a success. That doesn't work for small startup companies. Right? If you start small, if you're innovative, if you're customer focused, you can get a product out to your customers, and if you fail early, you have time to retool, retry, and eventually succeed. That's what you have to learn from Shark Tank. I'm Chris Paradies, and it's a pleasure to talk to you all.